powerful jungle Venomancer that we've seen from CHIMERA before. One thing to note, of course, is going to be a bit different, at least for the one time me and you saw it when they ran it last time, because they're on the Radiant side this time. I mean, how much of a jungle Veno expert are you? Is this better or worse? You know, which side do you prefer to be on when you're doing some jungle Venoing?
I don't really know too much about the jungles on the new map. I would say, because the map changed a lot. I think
Yeah.
on old map, Dire would be better, I believe.
Yes.
But I want to say in new map, they look very similar. The jungles, I think, are a lot more similar now between the two sides. They used to be more different with like the way that the trees were set up and the high grounds, but now it's pretty similar. Oh, Sox is already drawing on the map about the Veno jungle.
No,
he's pinging, he's drawing on the map.
I mean, who is going to do something about it? And are they? Like, is this a lineup from Tundra that is going to have someone that's going to try and mess with the Veno during the jungling phase?
It could be Soxa.
Yeah.
Like level 2, he might follow him around, or even level 1. If you hit the Veno in the jungle, you're going to lose the trade, but he's not going to have any wards on himself. So you kind of prevent him from jungling just by doing damage to him. And in other good news, they do have they're going for the Exort Invoker. I think it's you have to go Exort Invoker. I think a lot of the facets are pretty bad. Like the Quas one's pretty bad, the Wex one's pretty bad. So the Exort one's actually really good. And that means that now he's going to have Sunstrike to kind of follow him up on these rotations. It also means that 33 will have more lane pressure when he gets his level 6 on his Roar. But again, I'm worried about the Invokers kind of laning these days.
Sure. Well, just because you are going to be laning against someone that's likely going to have 10 plus damage ahead of you.
Like already right now, Queen of Pain has 10 damage on the Invoker. There's also been a lot of nerfs just to what the Exort used to do, I think, in the past. And so Invoker's not getting that much damage per level. I think it's like it's 4 damage at level 2, and then you're getting, I think, like 10 damage at level 3. So at level 3, it's good timing, but it's definitely worse than what it used to be in the past.
30 seconds to battle.
And how would you consider the Sunstrike potential early on in the laning stage? You know, do you see sort of Tundra having ways to... They don't really have any hard stuns, right?
They have good slows, though.
They've got slows.
Yeah, I think between the open wounds from the Lifestealer and then like a Blood Grenade Flame Break from the bat, it should be fine. I would say BZM is probably the best Invoker in the world right now. I don't even think that's like a controversial take. And he's also the only one really playing this new Exort Invoker. So I have high hopes he can hit his Sunstrikes.
Must be a bit of a battle here, Panto. It's going to get caught by the open wounds of the Blood Grenade. Should be first blood. Give it a BZM.
Yep.
There we go. So Exort Invoker starting off in the mid with that first blood.
So I really like this by Tundra. So they literally watched the replay of the jungle Veno. Knew that last time CHIMERA brought 3 heroes to cut the first wave. Remember, because that set up to Hawk for his kind of free level 2. He got to pull the second wave. And now,
do you just try lane against a Hawk? Like, is this the aim?
Might.
To just completely like look for kills?
Yeah, because 33 can 1v2, I think, this lane pretty easily. Beastmaster's decent versus Nature's Prophet in the 1v1. And yeah, Dahak can't lane versus 2 supports. I like this. I think Tundra did their research.
Yep.
They went into this knowing exactly what would happen. They might have even not fully expected it, but to some extent baited it with the Warlock pick, knowing that, you know, Nightstalker Veno is a good response to the Warlock. And I actually think Tundra set up for this.
I think so. Yeah. We're going to see Whitemon switch down to the bottom lane. Be here to help out 33.
This is also, I like this choice a lot as well. Because, again, Warlock is the type of hero that just secures a lane. And so it's a very bad support in a 1v2.
Yeah.
Because you're not actually going to pressure the Nightstalker. You don't really provide kill threat. Literally, if Whitemon was top, he would just stack the small camp and pull it every minute, which doesn't really do much. Like you saw last time, Dahak was completely fine in his lane. But a Bat Rider actually does have kill threat, does actually have pressure. You see Dahak is...
They can just chase him around.
Doing nothing. He has 2 CS. He's gotten basically 4 creeps of XP. Everything else has been denied or he's fully missed. He can't even pull this wave because of the threat.
And eventually, once they've got a few levels and the slows are strong enough, that they'll be able to set up for BZM to look for Sunstrike opportunities on Dahak.
Yep, definitely. He's not going to have his boots for a really long time. Every time he gets 1 CS, it's just a super big win for him.
And of course, it's just, yeah, Duracho's able to deny everything. Bottom lane, they will be able to push forward and get the kill. See if Whitemon can get Panto in return. No. Charges are there on the stick. And in fact, Panto, well, he's turned back towards Whitemon.
Ooh.
Pushing the limits there, Panto, but does set up for TA2000 to come in with another Sprout. Not enough damage to kill him, but still trading very well here. Coming out from the Nature's Prophet safe lane.
Okay, denies himself. At the same time, though, it is still a Venom jungle. So 1J will kind of catch up to this game. I think he's jungling a bit slower this one than the last one. Just because he missed the full first wave. So last game, he got 4 CS on that very first wave that he basically took from Dahak. So that set him up nicely. I think this one he also had a TP base because he was low after the gank. So a few things is slowing him down a bit. But again, I think his game is going to end up being fine on 1J. Just no one's going to contest him. It looks like with the Baron top, Tundra's more playing to have good side lanes rather than stopping the Veno.
And looking at the mid lane so far, I imagine BZM, 13 for 7 against the 17 for 8. You take this right as the Invoker. This is not bad.
Definitely. He's even ahead in gold because of the first blood. So the first blood definitely set up BZM to have a very nice lane. And once you get to this point, you get to this like level 4, about to be level 5 timing on Invoker. He's fine. Like the damage is in. At this point right now, he's gonna probably catch up in damage, I would say, to the Queen of Pain by level 5. And you also have the Forge Spirit. And there's not much danger of Invoker being ganked. That's
what's
the other
Dahak doing here?
He's giving Lorinov a wave. He's just going to give him the wave. He's going to walk away, I think.
I mean, what? Yeah, so what? Because he's like, well, my game is just kind of ruined, top, so let's just
I guess so.
Buff up the Quops game and you can take my off-lane wave.
I guess?
Because he could have taken it for himself, right?
Yes.
And made it meet his creep wave behind his own tier 1, but yeah, brings his wave over and gives it to Lorinov. Okay. I mean, Dahak is clearly a very sacrificial guy.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, you don't want to lane with me? That's fine. You can go jungle. I'll be fine. Hey, you need some more help in the mid? I'll bring you a creep
little
wave.
extra creep wave?
Yeah.
4 extra CS?
Look at him go.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a sacrificial play.
Because I mean, when have you ever seen the offlaner bring an entire creep wave and give it to their mid?
I've seen it sometimes, but usually it's the pause 4 doing it.
Sure, yeah.
So it'll be like, 4 minutes or something. The pause 4 grabs the wave and pulls it, and it's like, okay, this is a bit awkward to get it behind my tower in time. I'll just give it to the mid. And your offlaner's usually doing, misses a Sunstrike.
Yeah, and with that, I mean, 33. The two of them, 33 and Whitemon, went into the jungle. They're probably not going to do that again. The jungle is the realm of the Venom.
They had to, right?
I don't know if they'll do that again, though. 1J now, he's close to level 6.
That's...
His jungling just got even better. He's not just getting creeps, he's getting heroes as well in here.
Were they just making a rotation to stop 1J? They had to, right? I don't know what else they would be doing there.
Yeah, they did.
That's really bad. Because when you're in these situations versus, like... I think Venom's really the only jungler in this patch. You're not only not pressuring bot, you're not... I guess top is being pressured. So Dahak has no game. But then you're also feeding the Venom jungle. So like you said, he's getting free farm in the jungle. He's getting gold from kills. Oh, the Sunstrike.
Yeah, that was beautiful. That was an in the fountain Sunstrike as well.
Those are the best feeling.
Yep.
I think it's also better for the Invoker because he has full XP. Because there's no other heroes around to split the XP. Ideal situation.
Oh, exciting start to the game here.
I think the one thing is Duracho.
Look at this. 1J he just smoked
level
up,
6.
comes mid and ults BZM.
He's just dead?
That was pretty nasty there from 1J. He just walks up and ults him.
So 1J has more XP than Lorinov right now.
And that's a Queen of Pain that got fed an extra wave from the offlane.
Yep.
Just goes to show how powerful the Venom jungle is.
I think mid tower's just dead.
Yep, 6.5 minutes in, it's going down.
All right, Dahak is here. If he gets on the tower last, it might be his boots of speed.
Let him have it.
Nice. There we go. He's got boots.
Middle
Level 3. Oh no. He's the pause 5. He has less gold than his Jakiro and less XP.
As we saw last time, this was just part of the plan. We know in like 20 minutes time, he'll pick himself up a Midas.
He'll get a Glimmer Cape.
That's what the Hawk does, and then he'll make the comment. This is all part. This is all very controlled. This is a controlled situation from CHIMERA.
I think it's a bit worse than they're hoping for. Last time,
Sure.
he definitely had a much better game. Even at this point, I want to say he was above the supports. At least.
He was last time. Yeah, this is definitely a rougher start for him as an individual. But sacrifices have to be made.
Great.
Yeah, he's making the sacrifices for the squad.
I do like this rotation where the Hawk is now kind of getting mid. There's no more towers, so Queen of Pain doesn't really have anywhere to pressure. So Lorinov can either go, maybe he can go top and farm it out. He can go jungle, he can go get runes.
Trying for Panto top. Any Sunstrikes? Ooh, not enough damage this time. Does hit though. You know, he doesn't miss BZM.
Doesn't miss.
Apart from that one time he did. But outside of that, it doesn't miss. Top lane. T2000 trying to come with the Sprout, but Stax it's already away with the Firefly, taking two of them back to safety. They can look to set up based on this top lane though now with 1J and TO2000 and start to try and take their next tier 1 tower.
Yeah, again, the new Invoker is basically just going to sit mid and AFK farm. He doesn't even have boots. He just buys the Midas straight up. So his whole gameplay is, hey team, go please do stuff and I'll Sunstrike and help. For probably the next like 4 minutes or so, 4 or 5 minutes. And so that means that these tower pushes are really impactful from CHIMERA. They just can walk up here. They know the enemy mid doesn't really want to rotate. 33 also not having a great game, so he doesn't want to rotate. Dude, it's just free damage.
I love this as well from BZM on the Invoker, because this is literally the definition of, you know, that bell curve graph, where you've got like the terrible players who go mid Invoker, no boots, rush Midas. You need a gank, it's only going to be a Sunstrike. And then you've got the best in the world, BZM. He's doing it, and he's going to make it work. Like, it is going to be good. Yeah. He's going to get incredibly farmed. He will eventually get to the point where he's able to turn up. He's got the levels. But this is quite funny, because this is also the same thing that I do, and I lose the games horrifically with.
Yeah, I think the difference might be that he hits the Sunstrikes.
That is true.
He missed that one, though.
He did.
On TA2000, so he'll be able to TP out. Also, cool thing about the Invoker facet, I guess, is you basically get a free point in Exort. So you get to have this like really nice skill build at 8. So you get to have double Fort Spirits at 8. You also get to have Wex. So it's just like a very... It feels just good of a build, I would say. Dude, poor Hawk. Every time I watch him, it's just...
TP out.
He has 1 death.
That's the thing, right? He has only died the once, so... Has not been feeding away anything towards Tundra.
Again, though, always the biggest concern with the Venom jungles is the enemy carry. So Duraccio, complete free farm, has 76 last hits, 37 denies, which Lifesteal is actually, I think, the best hero to give this to, because every deny, I believe, also counts for a feast stack.
Because this is a different build, right, as well. Last time, 1J went for the Orchid Rush, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
He did, right? He came out of the jungle with an Orchid. So why do you think he went a different way this time?
It's not as good of an Orchid game. I would say it's only really particularly good versus the Beastmaster, or versus the Lifestealer. But they don't really need it. I think Nature's Prophet and Quap are both good. TA2000 bot.
Yeah, good setup there with the Sunstrike.
Lord is here, though.
The Roar, the Sonic Wave comes out. TA2000 is able to get his ult off as well. They'll look to try and finish him off. The Tornado comes in. BZM's turned up. Meteor drop down, but Lorinov blinks out in time. 1J, he's on top of BZM, though. The Jungle Venom's going to be able to kill off BZM. And Staxa, he's also got to be careful. Dual Breath back up from Panto. They will surround him, but 1J's heading over to try and help Panto out. The axes come out towards Panto. He will die. See if 1J can chase anyone else out of this fight. Dracho's got the Infest at the ready. Lorinov a little too low to continue. Has to blink back.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That could have been really bad at the start, but I think they were basically looking for 33, so Lorinov was in a good position, was able to ult and push away Tundra, and overall probably a slight win for CHIMERA. I think especially due to the fact that Lorinov doesn't die, that he's able to like kind of collect these kills. BZM dies, and also Nature's Prophet, I would say, is like one of the better heroes at dying, just because you have TP, so you can always just farm the entire map. He's going to get farmed no matter what in the game, versus a BZM, who again doesn't really farm that fast right now as Invoker. He's just super high net worth because he has kills, and he's only been able to farm. Like, that's the only thing he's focused on. Nothing else really matters. And I really do like the Atos. He's not going to go for Travels, which was the real old school build on Invoker. There's just Midas Travels, but actually buying an item that will have impact. And it's a really good Atos game. Can cancel the Nature Prophet TP, can cancel Quap links. Just good catch. And they need a bit of extra catch, I think, with their draft.
Dude, look at this stack as well. Is there any way Chimera can steal this Ancient stack with their lineup?
Yeah, definitely.
It's a big one.
With Panto. There's like a macro pyre.
Gonna set up onto Whitemon.
They have to kill him before the goal.
By the silence, he's gonna get the chance to drop it, but will still die.
Panto's dead.
I mean, the Ancient stack is falling low. Sonic Wave as well will clean up a lot of it. Jump ball for Lorinov. 33 is in trouble as well. They're gonna get him on top of it all. BZM will turn up, drop the combo down. 1J is still alive, finally falls. BZM will turn, push back the two of them with the Deafening Blast. He's going to opt to TP out. They've got nothing to stop it, so he'll get away from this. But my goodness, Chimera, they got a lot from that one as well. I think between the Macro Pyre and the Sonic Wave, they definitely got the lion's share of the Ancient stack as well.
Sunstrike?
Oh! Well, there you have it, BZM.
Wait, I don't think they had any vision at all.
No, I guess they just
they had a ward. They did have a ward.
That's true.
It wasn't fully on the quad, so it's still kind of a snipe.
They saw him walk out of the ward vision, but yeah, BZM, as you say, he does hit some absolutely fantastic Sunstrikes. We'll see it again here. So it's kind of just an awkward start for Tundra. They try and make it work.
And look at this flame break. It pushes the Veno out of the Sunstrike. So 1J is actually able to survive for a bit longer. It forces BZM to kind of commit in to kill him, and then maybe if Dahak didn't, like, he saved his Q there, and they canceled BZM's TP. That's such a massive win. But even so, I definitely think Chimera, they got the Ancient stack, they got all these kills. It's an aggressive play too. So when you're getting the kills aggressively, he knew. I think that's a flame break reaction. When you get these kills aggressively on the enemy side of the map, it just means more and more gold for you. But again, I think BZM is the winner for Tundra.
He's doing some great stuff here.
Yeah, it's starting to look like he's going to be the one that needs to
33.
Pick up the slack.
He's going to get caught straight away in the Macro Pyre. He's got Duracho and Whitemon ready to help out, but they can't save him. 33 goes down. Duracho tries to chase towards Dahak. This time BZM Sunstrike off the mark. Whitemon focused by Lorinov on 1J. Now they can turn over towards Duracho. That was a rough one for Tundra to take there. They just casually lose 3 heroes, 2 of them being their cores. And Chimera, they don't even get scratched.
Yeah, it was just fighting for the Shrine of Wisdom. Duracho does get it, but this is not what you really want to see. So Duracho just died basically twice back-to-back now. And he was the guy completely free farming. You're putting this 1v2 lane top. The Night Stalker stops even laning. He's like dragon creeps away from you. And he doesn't have a Radiance. He's not even like that close. It's going to be a 17-minute Radiance probably on Duracho, which is not good at all. And I would say even the carry matchup's not good for him. And then you see Dahak. This guy's got a Midas.
Yeah, he's ready to scale. Like, he's going to catch up.
He's ready to get this win.
And this Tormentor's going to be Chimera's. Panto might die for it.
No.
Oh.
He's fine.
Any Sunstrikers? Nah, they won't try. It'll be a bit of a hard read.
I mean, he might. He sees him now. He just saw Panto.
I mean, he's got enough damage, right? Sunstrike will kill him.
No, they're focused on top.
Yeah, they're focused on getting something a bit bigger.
I don't know much. Dahak's not that much bigger.
No, not much bigger than the Jakiro. Yeah, similar at the moment.
He's the pause 4.
Yep.
I genuinely think you consider this Night Stalker a pause 4 for like in Tundra's head.
No, absolutely right. Yeah, 1J is the core when this kind of is played out like they do with the Jungle Veno.
It looks good though. It feels like I want to say, oh, maybe more teams should pick the Jungle Veno, but I also feel like it's such a unique thing that your offlaner kind of needs to know what to do.
Yeah.
The guy who's playing Veno also needs to know what to do. It's not that simple. No one plays jungle in Dota. It's not a role. There's not heroes that can do it besides Veno.
Because what you're saying is that whilst we see this and Chimera can do this, you don't think this is easy to emulate. To go, hey guys, we're going to start running jungle Veno. Like this sort of strat could crumble very quickly if you don't know what you're doing.
How many offlaners do you think currently in the top 8 are going to drag their wave to the mid lane?
Yeah.
Like genuinely.
Yeah.
I think it's probably only Dahak. Every other offlaner is going to be like, no, I want a game. I want to have impact. Which is correct. As an offlaner, I think, especially the last probably 2 or 3 years, you've kind of been trained that you have to have farm and you have to have impact and you're a core. And even some of them are almost to some extent carry just in the game because they're greedy and their heroes all farm fast and scale.
I mean,
and this whole playstyle, you're a support.
But this is the thing, I talked about the offlaners. Sure, there's a level difference. He's a couple of levels ahead of him, 33. But on the gold,
yeah, he's not behind.
Dahak's getting kind of close to catching up. And when you consider the very different starts the games the offlane has had. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and I don't think it... I think Night Stalker is actually going to catch up and be further ahead than 33 soon. And it's just... Especially, it's not only 1J, but I think Lorinov is also showing up to a lot of fights. They also have Nature's Prophet on TA2000 who gets to show up to every fight. It feels like CHIMERA can constantly just go on Tundra, and Tundra is always the ones kind of responding to these plays. Goes a little too far on Panto.
Top.
Okay.
Sunstrike.
43 health. One more hit.
If he'd had that Radiance done, yeah, a little bit more farm earlier, that would have been a kill. So definitely the slowdown of Dracho's early game progress hurting him there, missing out on kill opportunities.
I like how CHIMERA's playing though. It feels like every time they have that opportunity, they see a hero, they run at it. Even a little over aggression, like Panto's going a little too far up for wards or trying to see the Beastmaster. But I think it's super good with this draft. They constantly have fight. They have basically no cooldowns.
Saxa.
And they just keep going.
Should be fine here. Is that with a blink in? Still the Invis rune? Gets out as well. TA2000 was thinking about TPing over to go for the kill, but wasn't happy with the deep position he'd have to put himself in. Especially whilst the ult's back up for Tundra. Golem is at the ready for Whitemon. And again, I mean, they've just done an excellent job as well, CHIMERA, just taking control of this ancient area, which has obviously been one of the big factors of the slower game that 33's had on the Beastmaster. He's just not had the freedom to farm here. There's constant vision set up and a constant presence from CHIMERA.
Yeah, definitely this whole game has felt Tundra's just on the back foot. They're constantly running away, or I honestly think it's the way that they're playing versus the Veno the whole time that they're responding to the Veno. Like 33 and Whitemon run into the jungle to try to stop the Veno, they die. And now, you know, they try to take their Wisdom Rune and CHIMERA goes on them and they try to all respond. Dracho comes up, they also die. This is probably like the first major move that Tundra's doing with this smoke between BZM and Whitemon. And I think they need to keep doing these aggressive plays and starting them themselves. Because if not, if they are the ones that are getting jumped, I think they're going to keep losing this game. And TA2000 actually reads the smoke as well. So he's going to dodge the smoke completely.
Yeah, not going to find anything at all with this one. CHIMERA staying a step ahead. And they're going to be ready over TA2000 to TP over to push this tier 2. Dyrachyo TP's into this. Look at the ice path. That's going to mean that that'll be a held back TP from Saxa. This is Dyrachyo on his own. So he's got to be careful. Jump forward from Lorinov.
This could be scary for Tundra.
They've got the Sunstrike coming in. Golem into Sunstrike. Not enough to burst Lorinov. So Lorinov's fine. And they can kill off the Golem very easily. So that's the Golem dealt with immediately. They did, of course, also pop the Dark Ascension from Dahak. So a long cooldown also used by their side.
They're chasing a bit. I'm scared of this for Tundra. I don't think that they win this fight. The Veno ult pierces the BKB. At least the slow does, I believe. So.
I mean, they found Saxa at the side. Saxa, he's just straight up dead. Dyrachyo will reveal himself, try to go for Lorinov. He'll get the rage off before the silence is in upon him.
Ice Path in one.
I mean, and at the side, 1J's dealing with Whitemon. They get the macro pile laid down. Dyrachyo's still on the retreat. 33 will turn the road to 1J. They got the Sunstrike coming in. It's enough. They do kill 1J, but can they get out? BZM here to help out, but caught by the Ice Path. TA2000 just pumping out the right-click damage as he gets the triple kill. It's only BZM and Dyrachyo left. They've got to run. Yeah, Tundra, I think they're feeling the heat. They're feeling the pressure. They're feeling that they have to turn up to these fights and try and make something happen, but it's not working.
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard to fight in a CHIMERA if they're set up there. They have the advantage.
And they're still trying to go, Tundra.
Oh, no.
Saxa jumps in, looking for Lorinov. They'll get the Cataclysm out. It's enough to clean Lorinov up. Saxa will die for his efforts. BZM
Dyrachyo on the back line.
Dyrachyo, a good tornado comes in. BZM has the control to stop TA2000 TPing out. Tundra, they do at the end of the day get two big pickups there off the back, really, of BZM turning up not only with the Cataclysm, also that great angle to stop TA2000's escape. BZM doing what he can.
Yeah, this was actually a really good way to end the fight. I think if they just didn't do this at the end, it would be a horrible fight for Tundra because it was 3-for-1, I believe. But now they basically turned the whole fight into like a 4-for-4. Just about, they actually kill Lorinov and they kill TA2000, which are both really important kills. And 1J goes down again.
They get another one.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think maybe a bit of a surprise that the tier 2000 was caught with in that fight, because he also was just sort of standing there, auto-attacking. He gets hit by the Cataclysm when there was no sort of slower setup onto him.
Yeah.
He just sort of let himself get Cataclysm, takes like 1,000 pure damage.
He probably felt just the fight was too easy. Not that it was too easy, but
Well,
there was no way that Tundra would fight them.
Can Tundra get away with this Roshan?
Well, I mean, if tier 2000 gets Psycho...
Ice Bomb comes in, they get it. Dire get the Roshan, 33 gets the Aegis. They get the root onto Dahak, but they're still able to force him back to safety. Tundra, a great few moments there from them. BZM on top. Aegis on 33. Tundra, they're going to be very much set for the next fight that CHIMERA bring them.
I think the biggest issue with that fight on bot lane was the fact that 1J just kind of went down for free. He's actually super important. He goes up past the whole team, gets roared by the Beastmaster, and just kind of dies to the Beastmaster plus a Sunstrike. They have defensive tools for these Sunstrike stuns. They have Force Staff on the Veno, Nature's Prophet, and Jakiro. And so all three of these heroes, if they're close, they can stay from the roar. But I just think it's... Because now you look at the net worth, 1J has fallen to this like lower than Dahak after everything in this game. And again... Sure, you could say Dahak is a core, but not really. At this point, you know, the way the game plays out, 1J is your core. So the fact that now your core offlane Veno is lower net worth, and your Night Stalker is also kind of low net worth, it just means that as a team, now they're down. They went from basically having 3 or 4 cores to having 2, which is a concern. Because I think 33 is going to scale into this game. He's kind of caught up. He's 1 in 5, but it doesn't feel like the game state and the fight impact is a 1 in 5 impact. He's consistently getting the roars out, and they're just going to keep going forward.
Yeah, top lane. BZM's got the control to allow Derecho to take out Dahak.
Oh, no.
What do they do now, CHIMERA? They were having this sort of early advantage. They're going in under the tower, Tundra. They've got the Golem to follow things up. It's not enough to lock Lorinov down. Lorinov's able to get out. So now a chance for CHIMERA to fight back. Last time was used on tier 2000, but they didn't have damage to press the Nature's Prophet. Tier 2000 stands his ground. He's got to be careful of the Cataclysm.
Lorinov.
As Lorinov, he ends up dying to it. So they can go for round 2 on to 33. With the silence, still good
nice
force to the side. Goes for the TP out. Oh, the Ice Pump. It's there. Cancels the TP out from 33. They'll chase down Saxtra and now see if they can turn back over towards the Beastmaster. They can. As 33 is caught by the slow. BZM watching from the side, seeing if there's anything he can do to try and help things out. But 33, detection, is it there? Yes, it is. Still able to get the blink out, though, thanks to the Glimmer Cape, protecting him from the void damage. Sprouts out, though. Gets caught, taken out. Tier 2000 has to get away, but the Fatal Bonds ends up killing him off. BZM, he's standing his ground and can fight back against the both of them. Dahak's got to run.
Duracho's here, too.
As 1J, he goes down. I mean, BZM at the moment, you try and get anywhere near this Invoker, he's just too strong.
So, I think there was an interview yesterday where Amar was like, guys, no more Invoker. I'm so happy we don't have to worry about Invoker. No one's going to play this hero. It's bad now. And I think he was more saying, if you're bad at Invoker, it's bad now. If you're good at Invoker, you're going to look like BZM.
Yeah.
Just pick Invoker, guys. This is the impact you'll have in the game.
He just looks untouchable. And turning up at the fight, providing all the control.
Soxa? Oh,
They're not
he
gonna
just
get
blinks. Wrong direction.
And the pressure's on bottom lane. Tundra looking for the tier 2. You should get it here. Tier 2000 is going to be back up in a second, but Duracho can finish up the tower, go for the Rage TP. Top lane BZM on the hunt for Lorinov. He's out in time. Quite the difference now between the mid laners. 18,500 net worth against the 12k on the Quap, and the level difference is massive. Level 21 on BZM compared to the 16 on Lorinov.
The other cool thing about the new Cataclysm is so you only get it if you go this Exort facet, as opposed to just always having it permanently. But now it's a 60-second cooldown.
That's the low
Cataclysm.
because it used to. What was it on the old? Obviously a little different, right? Because now it's
I think
275% damage, whereas before it was 200% damage, right?
So
but you take this, right?
So he got changed a lot. So basically, Ags now gives you 2 levels of whatever your facet is. Plus, also your facet gives you 1 bonus level. So now Exort has a max level of 10. So the Sunstrike does more damage at max level anyways now.
Sure.
So it's actually very similar damage numbers. And then the cooldown's only 60.
Because what was the cooldown before? It was like 100?
90, it was 90 or 100, I believe.
It was something like that, right?
So now you just can click Cataclysm every minute to scout even. You know, if you're worried the enemy team is smoking, you click Cataclysm.
That does sound pretty
No
strong.
one shows on the map. They're smoking, guys. We have to be scared. So just for hunting, it's super nice.
I mean, they found BZM.
All right, maybe he's hunting a little
He's
too
able
much.
to get the spells off, though. BZM...
He's actually alive.
It's full combo. Walks away, kills off Lorodov.
And now TA2000 is probably going to go down.
Jirachi is going to chase him out. I mean, they just can't go on this Invoker. He just is able to stand his ground, press his spells, and walk out alive. They get the last one on a 1J. It's 4 dead on Chimera after they just tried to kill BZM.
And okay, what else can you ask for when an Invoker walks up high ground into a Sentry Ward completely by himself pretty much, has no Force Staff, has no BKB, has no defensive items at all, and then he lives. He just walks away.
He just sort of got the spells off. And that was it. And he had enough regen going. I think he had the quads popping as well.
Yep.
He's able to heal up. Yeah, Gale Guard, as per usual.
Has fallen.
Sick Invoker performance.
Yeah, it feels like both teams
Radiant's middle tower
sort of played, you know, their super special card, right? We had like Chimera's like, bam, we got the jungle Veno, and then Tundra's like, well, we got the BZM Invoker.
And it looks like BZM Invoker's a little too strong. I think it was all that turnaround where they made the call to do the Dyrachyo and BZM 2v5 pretty much, where they re-engaged after that really bad team fight. And ever since then, it's felt almost untouchable for Tundra. I think they just keep going. They still have the golem. They have every single ult besides Lasso. They have Lasso again, actually. Yeah, there's nothing.
What do you do if you're Chimera? There's the last
You get jumped.
They caught TA2000. They're over the jump. The Raw to follow up. TA2000, he's dead without buyback.
GG.
They'll tap out. It's too much for them. Tundra, they don't care about no jungle Veno lineup. They have BZM Invoker ready to lead the charge and walk all over Chimera in those last 9 minutes of the game. They're happy to take it for another round here in round 2.
Yeah, and I think this is an even easier Invoker game, at least for the Sunstrike setups. You have an Alk stun in the safe lane. You have kind of Marcy with all her slows in the bot lane. I think the mid lane also matchup is easier with the Storm, so he's basically set up for everything better. The only biggest difference is that Phantom Assassin is good hero versus Invoker. So thankfully, Chimera, I think I have like one soft counter to Invoker in the form of the Phantom Assassin, but it's not really the same. BZM, I think BZM will pop off probably the same or more than he did last game.
All right. And we are, of course, going to see from Chimera a bit more of an honest approach this time. You know, no jungle heroes. It's going to be the lanes,
The
as per
Hawk
usual.
Enigma, finally. He played it one series. Was I think 3 out of 3 games. He played it every single game.
He did, and they won that series, right? 2-1.
They lost the first game, I believe, as well, and then won game 2 and 3. Maybe this is kind of the first game they play for fun. And then game 2 comes out. The Hawk is like, okay, guys, fine. I'll play Enigma. I guess we can win game 2, and then game 3. I think they stomped too. So, and it was versus an Alk. So he's played this Enigma versus Alk matchup like 600 times this tournament.
And how is this lane?
I think the Alk lanes are a lot easier than they used to be. The new asset spray is really small radius. So just the fact that you could basically just like kite it around, stand on the right side of it,
has been killed.
it's not bad. The Hawk should be completely fine in this lane. I also think techies, surprisingly, has felt very strong in these lanes. A lot of the 4 techies are doing really good, so I think Chimera should be really happy top.
Yeah, and I guess bottom as well, right? This is the classic PA Warlock. Feel like we've seen this one a million times in the last patch, of course,
First Darkseer +1?
Yep.
Yep.
And it seems to get
what
killed.
What always happens in the Darkseer?
They always just get the first. I don't know what it is about it. I mean, that one there, Saxa was in a bit of a rough spot. He was kind of dancing around under the tower, tanking tower hits. Easy first blood for Chimera because of that. But yeah, PA Warlock just seems to always have a pretty good time.
I don't know. I also feel it's always Radiant. It's always a
feel
Radiant
like it is as well. You're right.
Warlock versus Darkseer. Yeah, I mean, TA2000 definitely also is a good game. So Phantom Assassin is a hero good versus Invoker. I honestly think it is good versus Alchemist, just because you burst him before the HP regen. And he has set up this game, I think, to have a easier time carrying than the Nature's Prophet. That hero sometimes feels a bit awkward in terms of Nature's Prophet versus like BKB piercing stuns, like the Beastmaster. This game, no BKB piercing stuns besides Supernova, and as well. I think Phantom Assassin's easier to like 1v5. So for CHIMERA, it's probably going to be on TA 2000. And then again, there is still Lornoff.
Yep.
We haven't really talked much about the mid matchup. I think Storm has also looked super good this patch, surprisingly. I don't think they changed him too much, if I recall.
And in particular, Lornoff.
Oh
right?
no, 1J messed up the jump.
Oh, he did. He's going down for that. White Mom will be able to finish him off. And yeah, a little rare mistake there from 1J on his techies. Not able to make the jump clear to the low ground.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of misclick that was. Because there's sometimes where if you go onto the high ground, your hero model actually like touches the ground before you go to the other low ground.
Oh, whether you're passing by.
Yeah, so like, if
like
he cast it on the bottom of the stairs and was trying to go to the river, but he hits that like high ground, I've seen techies get cliffed by trying to like jump over a cliff. It's a really funny interaction.
Awesome.
Might not be his fault. Gotta give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
It's an interaction they didn't know about. Yeah, you know, if he messes up the jump a second time,
That's on him.
yeah. Yeah, so far the lane's not too crazy. Mid, I think Lornoff definitely doing a bit better than I expected, but again, Invoker last game was a bit unfair because he got first blood. So had more damage going into the lane. I think this one's more of a realistic Invoker lane, that his level 1 and his level 2 are just super weak. And once he gets to the 3 and 4, then he'll start to even out the lane. It's just very different. I think the last few patches during the Universal and when people were going quad specs every game, his laning was just super strong, even starting at level 1, level 2. It was just a bit slow over here overall.
Yeah, Lornoff on the Storm. We've seen what he can do on this one. You know, if the game starts to go on to the later stages, he's one of the players that can kind of solo carry a match on his Storm performance. So we could see some crazy battles down the lines between these two mids.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Storm has kind of felt so strong. We saw GPK's performance yesterday.
Yeah.
He ended the game, I think, was 17-2 and still lost.
Like 17-2-15 or something. Yeah, crazy KDA.
But just like the impact he had in the game, it's pretty surprising. I definitely think it's a mid laner thing this patch. I feel like every game is getting solo carried by mids, which is not really what it felt like the last few patches. I would say it more so felt, if anything, the offlaners. Oh, bot lane.
Well, they're going to try and go here for TA 2000. He's going to jump away, but the Iron Shell damage will get him. Same time, Dahak will be able to finish off Whitemon.
Okay,
33 ends up
said.
dying down bottom there with the Fatal Bonds out from Panto. So deaths across both of the side lanes.
Yeah, 4 heroes just died. Favors probably Tundra slightly, just because the PA goes down and Duracho doesn't go down, but again, it's... Usually these trades early game aren't anything crazy. Let's see, so 1J... It's basically he just trades himself, and then Dahak gets him with the Eidolons. Okay.
We're back in action.
Whitemon again.
Another attempt for the Phoenix that will succeed. It might be even be able to mess around here with the Alchemist as well. 1J should die. Is he actually going to live? He is, yeah. The disarm keeps him protected. He can turn and get another right click in fact. They clean up the both, and this time they don't lose anyone for it.
Sunstrike?
Slightly off the mark. TH1000 is able to jump back to safety. Lornoff is coming in with a rotation. Sees an easy chance for an easy kill, and he'll get it.
The game just like exploded in the last minute. It went from being like 1-1. I was gonna start talking. These lanes, they don't really have that much kill threat. Like he gets the level 2, and then just dead back to back. Phoenix dies twice. Bot lane also. Soxa finally goes down. 33's just jungling.
Top lane.
Oh no, Duracho.
They're gonna try and get in under the tower.
Not again.
There's a lot of Eidolons beating into him. Turn, get the concoction off. Sunstrike.
He got tanked.
It did indeed. 1J still alive. He gets another right click out, but will still get punched to death by Duracho. And now Dahak could get punished as well. No, he's going to go straight for the TP out.
After dispose?
Not able to get around in time to stop it. So they're able to push back, make sure the Duracho this time doesn't die. They keep their Alchemist safe.
Yeah, it's always the second death is the one that hurts even more than the first in the early game. Duracho dies the one time, trying to short the techies. You know, it sucks. It's fine. But if he dies there, his TP's still on cooldown for like 30 seconds on the respawn. And that's when you actually start falling behind. But again, still Duracho's game. It's okay. He's still top net worth, kind of trading the space with the Enigma. His rating timing will be fine. But yeah, Enigma doing great. 3-0-0.
Yep.
Top net worth in the game. I think... I don't want to say that he looks better, but it's just like he's actually able to have impact.
Yeah,
compared to when he's the jungle
he's
venom.
actually able to play the game
Yeah.
rather than have to sort of completely sack his early game impact for benefit of the jungle Veno or the mid Quap last time as well with the creeps that he was bringing over to Lorinov. He's actually able to play the classic offlane role this time, Dahak.
They have an offlaner in this game. $33 is just basically jungling. I think he just abandoned bot.
Dire's bottom tower
Probably just feeling it's too hard now versus the level 5 Phantom Assassin. He just completely gave up for the last.
Dire's structures
But
are
honestly,
fortified.
the new NA on Darkseer makes jungling even better because when you get these levels, you kind of get the region back, you get the mana.
Oh,
Interesting.
They were really looking for Duracho up top. They have 4 heroes here from CHIMERA.
He misses the mine.
One
Wonder's kind
J.
of getting moved.
Yeah, he's going to back up, and so is Duracho. They're actually going to drop the Golem for Whitemon. And with that, they should be able to take this tier 1 tower away.
Again, really good read. They made this read in the last game as well. Tundra's Invoker mid. He's never going to rotate early. He doesn't have boots. He does basically the same amount of damage with a stun strike as he does by showing up. So
Dire's
anytime you go to the enemy safe lane in particular, they're not going to have a mid.
Yeah.
So they bring 1 extra core. They bring the Phantom Assassin. So Lorinov gets to keep farming, and then they take a tower for free. Really big tower versus Duracho, because Auk, I guess the map's a bit different now with the Ancients being moved, but Auk generally wants to farm this safe lane jungle area type of the map, just because there's more creeps for you to get the Grievel's Greed from. Ooh, TA2000 blinks into it.
Let's see what they can do here. Backup's coming in for TA2000 though. Lorinov's turned up. TA2000 is going to be
Techies is here.
perfectly fine. Jump forward from 1J. They catch stacks, so 33 has to run.
All right. Also something cool we haven't touched on, because not many people play techies. So the taser actually does a dispel. Either when they get hit, when you hit him, or when it pops it. So versus Darkseer, you can actually remove the surge, which is actually a really cool interaction. I feel like that one's not really talked about, just because there's not many techies players. And that changed, I think, went a bit under the radar. So actually, a pretty good hero versus Darkseer throughout like the whole game.
Yeah, because as you say, just he can't save anyone.
Yep.
33.
It's like if
Techies is on top of them.
if someone's hitting the techies,
Yeah, if they've
the
got the
surge will
scout.
end. Or if you just pop, you can pop it early as techies as well now, and that's another way. So pretty cool.
Top lane, maybe considering if they can go for Dahak. You're going to try.
Can get Black Hole.
Let's have a look. Jump forward here, buying time for Dredger to close him
hard.
with a concoction. They'll get him.
That's a really nice kill by Tundra. It's also try to get a Sunstrike for BZM, but I think just basically dies too fast with the creep split around him. Yeah, Duracho's game completely caught up, I would say. He's going to get his Radiance. Relatively good timing. And it is... I would say it's honestly not like a great outgame. But when do you actually feel like it's a bad outgame? You know, it's never a bad outgame. But CHIMERA do have the tools to deal with it. I think Warlock and Enigma are both actually surprisingly good heroes versus Auk, because of you either split the damage between his whole team, so his team's dying trying to save him, or you have this like BKB control with the Black Hole, and then Phantom Assassin does enough damage to kill. So I don't think this is going to be a game where the Auk just completely gets out of control 1v5s. And I think CHIMERA even have played versus Auks, like Beppu. They played versus the pure Auk. He was super farmed, crushing the game, and they were in a very similar position with Enigma, and he Black Holes pure, you know, once or twice, and the game is just completely in CHIMERA's favor. So I think even with everything going on, the game is very close, but I like CHIMERA's draft a bit just because of the amount of teamfight they're bringing.
Radiant are scared.
It just matters whether they're able to use it. I feel like last game Tundra just kind of outplayed them in a lot of the extended team fights, especially between like BZM and Duracho. And if they have the opportunity to do that again.
They're going to find BZM. Straight in the blast off, a little off the mark, but the mine is there. They'll get the kill. These are the ones that count the most. As long as they can kind of keep BZM behind, and they've got to do what it takes to try and stop him from getting the point that he did last game. Tier 2000.
Is he just okay?
Got the creep wave in time, and he's also got Lorinov by his side. The wall will get dropped upon Lorinov. So we'll have to be a little cautious, bring the fight back up towards his tower. He's taking a lot of punches here from Sax.
He's a regen rune. So we'll heal up. That was scary. Foxes does so much damage. But no kills. They're going to go on mid, though.
Yeah, Dratcho's coming in with a concoction. Gets it down onto 1J. Sunstrike's going to be off the mark, but they'll still get 1J. No way for him to run from that. With the 4 of them turning up on the mid Tundra, they'll be able to look to push back on the Golem as well. Keep the tier 1 alive. Dratcho's just able to get the wraparound upon him. TP's coming in, though, to help out. He does get the Shadow Word heal off it, Panto.
The Hawk has the ult.
Oh, he does, but there's a supernova just in case anything was going to get laid down. So Panto,
one more hit.
He will die. And they can look to get the tier 1 themselves again, keeping the numbers around the mid Tundra with the full 5-man, 12 minutes into this mid tower. They still want to try and hold this, Chimera.
Yeah, Lornov is here in full resources. If they get 33 on the jump.
They got the Vortex into the blast off. Dahak waiting for his time. Unfortunately for him, he was very close to the Blink Dagger. Hasn't quite got it, but he's able to walk up and immediately. The cold snap's there. BZM, he was immediately ready for that one. As quickly as you could there, reactions from the Invoker. No black hole for Dahak today.
And that's the first one of the game. That's the first black hole of the game. Just kind of gets wasted.
And a bit unfortunate as well that it does happen at the time that now he has the Blink Dagger. You know, it's an early Blink Dagger that he's prioritized, but now he's going to have to play 2.5 minutes without that black hole, despite having the Blink.
I think he could have, maybe if he should have sold the Blink.
What, and just change your build?
Just went like Vlad's or something.
Yeah, you have no Blink black hole play to make for 2 minutes.
It just always feels bad to hit these timings and then not have your spells for it. Or like you get your BKB and you have to instantly use it before your team's ready. Sure, he can still blink, can still use Malefice, so he still has impact with the blink. Maybe it lets him survive once. It's just not a good feeling to have, you know, your timing and not be able to use it for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Same time though, TA2000's about to finish his Battle Fury, so he'll start to catch up with Dyrachyo. And 33's went for the mech instead of the halberd, which honestly a bit surprising. I actually really would like the halberd this game versus especially Storm. I think halberd's super good versus Storm, and just Phantom Assassin show him to these early fights. It's probably a read that he needs the dispel from Greaves, I think, just for the Fatal Bond specifically.
Yeah, and I feel like because we're seeing other offlaners also sometimes not go for the halberd rush, even though you know we theorize it's going to be really strong because of the changes and stuff for these offlaners. And I feel like maybe one of the reasons as well to not go it is because of this 15-minute timing. It's like 15 minutes in as a team. Do we want to be able to disarm one person, or do we want to be able to have the mech and plus a little bit more so we can have that aura boost? Yeah,
because when you mech 5 heroes, it's 1,250 health.
Like that's going to be more OP, as to say, than disarming one of their cores, right?
I mean, 1J is in the trees. He's just hiding. They haven't seen him. So now Panto and Lornov are actually going to take the gate.
I mean, Tundra are definitely going to want to fight this. They're not going to let Chimera just take this.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's going to fight this.
Black Hole's up in 30 seconds.
I don't think he has enough time.
Tundra, they're going to try and start it. They get the jump on the wall. Warlock is a big one if they can kill Panto in time. He's able to get the golem off, though. Saxa in trouble. Jump forward from 1J with the blast off. They look to Lornov. They get him with the cold snap. They've killed off the Storm as well. Tundra. This fight is theirs, and they're not done yet. BZM Tornado over towards 1J. Double kill for the Invoker. Jump forward from Dyrachyo is able to get the concoction down onto Dahak. Tundra, they were set up and ready to fight Chimera at this area of the map. Didn't matter that the golem goes off. Everything else from Tundra, it goes off even greater.
Yeah, I think, honestly, the fact that he got the Warlock ult off made it really close, but you see at the top of the fight, Dyrachyo stuns Lornov, and he actually zips into his Phantom Assassin. So it gets a double stun, sets up BZM for a nice Sunstrike and a Meteor combo, and then the fight's over. You need a TA2000 and Lornov to both be able to kind of use their abilities in that fight, kind of pop off, because they didn't have the black hole. And they both just get chain stunned to death. And I'm just a bit unfortunate by the Lornov zip. I think he was trying to, if you zip through the stun, you kind of like tank it and you don't get stunned, but he kind of misses the angle and ends up getting basically both him and TA2000.
Oh, BZM. Double Midas charges.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Come on, use it.
He's TPing now.
Use your Midas, come on.
How long is this, like 15 seconds now?
Come on, use it.
I don't think he's going to use it. He's going to wait. Oh, okay.
There we go.
That was like,
we're
20 seconds almost.
We're all good. Meanwhile, in the jungle, they're going to find themselves a Phoenix. White Bomb. He's dead. Chimera. We'll see if they want to do some sort of smoke play soon. Because the Blink Black Hole, it's there. And we'll see what the build's going to be from Dark. So he's going to go for the Shard next, after his Blink. I wonder if he does sort of prioritize the BKB. Because I feel like what you maybe even just want from this Enigma is to just kind of Blink Black Hole the Invoker in these team fights.
Yeah,
right?
I think
that's got to be
BKB
target number one, right?
Really solid. Shard is super good on Enigma.
Yep.
Because you can use it to push out waves, you can farm jungle with it. Also, just having more stuns is always nice, but after that, I would like the BKB. Even the Alk. I think if you take out Alk or Invoker,
then you feel pretty good.
It's probably enough for them to do good in the fight.
Well, Laurenov, he gets caught by the concoction. A few times now, Teraccio getting some lovely connections with the stun.
Yeah, he's doing the Alchemist.
He's having a great time. 317, and exactly where he'd hoped for his net worth to be as an Alk.
Yeah, 1J.
They'll go for him as well. Duraccio's in, follows up on the blast off. Another kill for Duraccio. It's looking pretty good here for Tundra now. 7k gold lead.
It's okay. Chimera thrives in these situations. Down a game, down 7,000 gold. And basically they need to clutch up really hard to be able to win this series. Or even push it to a game 3.
Oh, this has got to be a black hole. Yeah, straight away. Absolutely.
Damage, yep.
You get something like that, you find a BZM walking about on your side of the map, black hole immediately from Dahak, no holding back.
All right, just maybe like 4 or 5 more of those black holes.
They might still get more down here.
It's hard.
They're going to try.
Maybe they have the damage.
Okay, Panto holds back on the Golem. Doesn't feel like the Golem would be worth to drop on these two. Doesn't feel like they would quite have it between the two of them.
It's too close to the tier 1.
Yeah.
The Alchemist can TP, can stun. You already used your black hole. I think in an ideal world, there's no kills that happen for either team until the black hole. If you want Chimera to have a better chance. If they take every fight with black hole rock and they somehow find Duraccio, it's just hard to use the black hole right now because Invoker has Cold Snap and Tornado to cancel it. And if you don't get the Alk can cancel it, Darkseer can cancel it. If you wait till the egg starts, you can't really black hole to an egg. So it's just this very awkward position for Dahak.
Well, meanwhile, Panto is trying to run here, but Duraccio will be sure to chase, gets the kill. Can't get Lauren off though. Lauren still with mana to play with. 1J setting up a nice area at the map here that's going to cause issues if Tundra do come looking for him. Yeah, kind of just a race to these BKBs now. Laurenov obviously BKB queued up. TA2000 has got his BKB. And we had to see what the Hut queues up next, but as we say, I would assume he's also going to want to be looking towards that BKB as well.
Yeah, and Doc's game kind of fell off. I think just the fact that he died that one time top and then they haven't really found good connections since then, I think has really hurt just all of Chimera's game. And then that bot Tormentor fight just... I don't say put the nail in the coffin, but that's what kind of solidified Tundra's early game lead.
They go for the jump mid.
Okay.
Should have the damage to kill Saxa. The question is if Tundra want to fight into this. Whitemon is caught by the mine. Chimera going to try and chase on. 33. Surge up, see if we can get an angle here for the vacuum wall.
There's no black hole.
There's the vacuum wall onto the two of them. TA2000 will be able to jump away. So plenty of Eidolons up, beating into 33. But 1J jumps forward aggressively with the blast off. He'll die for that. TA2000 tries to close the gap with 33. The Golem comes out, but 33 is able to run away, and the Supernova is in a perfect position up on the high ground. 33 will die, but the Supernova goes off successfully, catches onto Laurenov and TA2000. TA2000 pots the BKB. Same to be said for Duraccio as he looks to try and chase down Panto with the concoction. Sunstrike gives him the vision through the trees, allows the concoction to connect. Tundra will manage to fight back and take out the two supports. But overall, that was what the successful jump to take out Saxa, and the fact that they do get 33 on top of it. Chimera, they're happy, and that is a fight that they look for where they didn't have or need the black hole.
Definitely, that fight is not bad. You trade your subs for kills.
Yep.
This also, even if you don't even consider supports, it's a 2 for 2. You take even trades when you're behind 9,000 gold. You just are getting more gold, you're getting more experience than the other team. So, bit by bit, they're coming back. It is also, again, end of the day, there's a Phantom Assassin in this game. That hero, until your Ancient is dead, you can always win the game. So, I think the game's not, 100% in the favor of Tundra. It's still hard. But, like we always keep seeing, one black hole on the Alchemist, Duraccio. it can get pretty easy for CHIMERA if Tundra make a few mistakes. Roche gives them one extra mistake though. Well, getting this Aegis on Dyrachyo, I don't think CHIMERA wants to fight it. They don't have the rock. They
do at the black hole if they want to try something crazy. Yeah. I mean, Lorinov at least, can he look for a steal, or is it too risky to try for a steal?
He can, not if he's dead though.
Nice. He's got the haste rune, and actually he's able to get out before the Sunstrike connects. Saxa trying to close the gap over towards Dahak. Dahak's going to get dragged back. Concoction's in. Lorinov's going to commit forward over towards Saxa. Dahak is going to turn. He's going to use the black hole, but he dies immediately. He was too low HP to try and stand his ground in black hole. Maybe the rest of his team can still clean up. The BKBs are used. Tier 2000, he's trying to find a target, but he's panicking. He's got to run now. The fight, it's over for CHIMERA. They have to try and cut their losses and run, but Tier 2000 is caught by the cold snap. Dyrachyo's in on top of him. The stun from the neutrals helping Tundra out, as well as it comes in with a mini Ravage to trip up Tier 2000. The three of them dead. The fight just completely falls to shambles there for CHIMERA. I mean, Saxa dies at the end of it there to a mine from 1J. But that's a small sort of prize there, considering how much CHIMERA lost on that. And yeah, that black hole gone in immediately. Another very, very small black hole.
I think that fight was just a bit too forced. They really didn't need to do anything. And you can see... It's like you can see the idea of, okay, we see their supports, they're on the high ground, their cores are on the Roche pit. We can kill the Marcy, we can kill the Phoenix. But then the second you don't kill either of them, you're also exposing your entire backline, so the Warlock and the Enigma. And Dahak wastes his black. It's just... I think the angles of this fight are just too bad now with this Roche pit that it's really hard to be all on the same screen. As well with Lorinov, he's like zipping for a haste rune, so he's not with his whole team. Just... a bit uncoordinated and forced overall.
Yeah, you can see sort of the moment that CHIMERA realized it was tough when both Lorinov and TH2000, they kind of put their BKBs, but it just feels rough, right? Especially for the Storm, right? Where you're in the middle of the fight, during your BKB, you're not actually able to kill anyone. Yep.
And even when you jump the Marcy with your Phantom Assassin, she uses her whole BKB.
Marcy doesn't die. Dyrachyo gets the setup on a TH2000. TH2000 has to put the BKB and run. Nearly dying there, kind of solo to Dyrachyo plus a Sunstrike. I mean, it's close.
Even not dying feels bad there. Like, just the fact that that entire play happens, you're getting jumped while farming. So you stop farming, now you don't have a BKB, you can't even choose to fight if you want. And now Dyrachyo is looking for another jump. And,
There's a lot of mines, but 33, he'll tank through them.
One more mine. You think Techies has done the most damage on CHIMERA?
I mean, I think we could bring up the hero damage, actually. Ooh, Panto. He gets found. And another one for Dyrachyo to pick up. Same time, top lane. The BZM's looking for Lorinov. He's able to get the setup. Lorinov has to BKB.
And then Ghostwalk.
I mean, BZM could try and follow and mess with him.
He should be able to zip TP
yeah,
if he
okay,
wants.
he's going to keep a safe distance, Lorinov. A bottom tower, it's out. Tier 2 tower to fall here. Tundra, keep the push going. Dyrachyo continues to just skyrocket ahead of anyone else in the game as this Alchemist. Pretty flawless outgame from him so far. Level 20, 8-1-10, up to the high ground.
Yeah, what do they do to stop him? The Hawk's still about 1,000 gold away from his BKB. Even these jumps, I'm just stressed for Dahak when he does it.
I mean, we saw this is how kind of Dahak plays on the defense as the Enigma. He'll just blink Malefice in your face. No fear on this lad.
It's definitely, I think it's always a plus to play with no fear. Like, no matter the situation, whether you're in an online tournament or you're on LAN in grand finals, I think being able to play the same way is good. It's just, it is scary at the end of the day. And 2 minutes left on the Aegis. Dyrachyo is also no fear. Probably for better reason.
Saxa was considering getting Dyrachyo in on that. But he's more focused on just finishing the objective. They'll make the jump on towards him, but it's still 2 minutes, as you say, with the Aegis. They don't want to commit anything. They have to let the racks go. Now Tundra, 15k up, and a set of barracks in their favor.
Ooh. All right, so TH2000 is going for the SNY. I think in the games like this, when you're behind, SNY doesn't feel as good. Because it's not so much of a, okay, you need to like stay there, man fight, and survive. It's more of a, you actually need to kill the heroes in like a 2-second stun. So sometimes I think in these comeback games, you know, like going Odesso, Even I could see a world he just rushes the rapier.
I mean, rapier will be there eventually if they keep the game going long enough, right? I imagine TH2000, because even after the S and Y, if he's playing safe, he's probably going to likely want the Satanic before the rapier.
Yeah, just so much gold that you're asking for.
It's a lot of time he needs.
That's what, like 15,000 gold or something? Because you need SY, which is 4K, 6K for a rapier, 5K for a Satanic.
Yeah, there's a lot. We'll see where he goes with this build after S&Y.
Yeah, let's just wait.
How drastic measures he feels are necessary to be taken.
I think you just go the rapier.
He's queuing up the MKB, so it is going to be damage, but not the crazy damage.
Okay, if he bites Demon Edge though, he can pivot.
He can.
I love my rapier PAs. It's fun. I don't think we might not get the MKB if Tundra get a good jump right here.
Let's have a look. They have got the tools ready though, Chimera. BKB's online for Dahak, so we've got to watch out for the beautiful black holes from him this time.
It's still 45 seconds on the Aegis. Just wait for the Aegis or kill the supports. Like you don't want to take this fight where you have to use stuff on the Alk on his first
Duracho's going to get a freebie here by the looks of it. They get the catch onto 1J. Yep. 1J, has he got any way out of this one? He does not. On the fortunate side of things, though, he is only dead for 30 seconds. So he should be back up for the defense. The tier 2's gone. Duracho's pushing in. He's actually going to use the buyback here. 1J, a little too concerned that he might be needed a little sooner than those 30 seconds.
20 seconds on this Aegis. And he's out.
And we've got the tier 3 in the back off Tundra.
I am so worried. I'm worried that the Alk is going to get black hold, and then White Munch is going to press a stun ray on him, and he might not just die. Because you also have the Greaves healing from 33. I don't think Marcy jump pulls out of black hole, right? It shouldn't. I feel like nothing gets you out of black hole.
Yeah, like because according to the wording, right, it just...
Well, Marcy would get stuck in the black hole, actually. If I use my...
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, of course.
Marcy would...
There's no way to get on someone without being in the black hole that they're in. Yeah, exactly.
Dispose with Aether Lens also doesn't work, I think. It works on Chrono. But yeah, I think black hole is just be all end all once you're in it. Unless you punch and then you get hooked out.
This game at least, yeah. Oh, they're looking for it here, Chimera.
They need to jump Duracho.
This could go horribly wrong or horribly right.
All right, they see him with the ward. This could be a double black hole.
Where's the jump? The smoke's dispelled.
Oh,
Dahak's been seen, he's scared. Has to blink back safely. Concoction.
Oh no, there's concoction.
It's going to come out to Lorinov. Dahak looking to find his position. He's going to use his solo on the Alchemist. Have they got enough damage to kill Duracho? Oh, they do. They'll bring Duracho down during the black hole. Can they go for more, though? Lorinov, he's already bailing out. Looks like they just want to get the kill, try and get out. 1J gets left behind. If that's the only casualty, they'll take that. And indeed, everybody else looks to be able to escape. I mean, BZM's still following Lorinov. So Lorenov's got to be a bit cautious. Yeah, he knows it's not going to stick around for the farm. So they get the kill. They get in, they bring down Duracho. They lose 1J.
Oh, nice force staff.
And he's out as well. Yeah,
okay.
It's a 1-for-1. Just the poor old support for the bottom net worth for the top net worth. That's, you know, I'm no mathematician, but that seems like a good trade.
20,000 gold lead. Just, ooh. Okay.
Dahak. He's going to try and set something up here. Lorenov's able to get the zip in over the walls. They're going to kill him.
Okay.
All right.
There's no egg.
Kills here for Chimera.
No dive on Whitemon either.
They're going to get more. They jump over towards Whitemon. They bring down the Phoenix.
Wait,
they've got the detection
no
down to Zack, so the dagger's in. Oh, he's going to jump away. He's pretty speedy. Lorinov, he's got more mana.
He's just to give him vision for TA to get a dagger off.
He's still got mana here as well, Lorinov. Jump 4 from TA2000. If they've got further detection, they do. These cores, they're professionals. They've got dust at the ready. Big kills there for Chimera. A team down 20k. Who's now only a team down 15k.
Yeah.
It steps in the right direction for Chimera.
Top tower is under attack.
Okay, well, I guess all you needed is that one black hole on Alchemist, and then Tundra just starts kind of running around with like chickens without a head.
Yeah, those 3 deaths were highly unnecessary.
Yeah, I don't know why BCM kind of ended up there, or like how, but just the fact he gets jumped. Again, he's playing this Invoker very greedy and aggressive. Like, no defensive items, not even a Shivas, no BKB. So if he ever gets jumped, he does die. Like, almost instantaneously. I think it was just in a pull duration, he dies. And just supports try to help. It's... Well, Panther goes down, but...
A very dead Warlock.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, wow. I mean, if that happens 1-2 more times for CHIMERA, it can swing. TA2000's finishing up the MKB. Upon further constructive thinking, I think MKB's fine. It's not as fun.
It's not as fun.
But there's Radiance.
Because I imagine it's just gonna be what MKB, Satanic, and then we can start considering the Rapier.
Yeah. I guess
Tier 2000's perspective.
Dire's top tower is under
there's a world he does go Rapier. I think a very small world, but there's a chance.
And the push is coming in. He's gonna have to do something
They know about
soon.
the smoke. The blink got cancelled.
And 1J, of course, setting up the base beautifully with his array of proximity mines.
You find this beautiful?
In terms of the potential of the game going long, us getting Rapiers and tier 5 neutrals, hell yes.
Sure.
This, you know.
But like, if you're just Tundra, you know?
Tundra do not find this beautiful.
You're this Soxa Marcy right now. And you walk into the base, you see 500 mines.
Yeah, yeah, you're pretty sad.
Yeah.
That feels bad. Yeah.
Lonoff should be fine. Has to be KB, but we'll get out. Do you miss when Techie said the like moving mines talent?
That was pretty cool.
And then you just see
You
all
could
the
just sort of
mines
stack them all
slowly
up.
rolling towards the enemy. Have you seen the ones where it's like the ancient explodes to the
Oh,
mine?
where they were just sending all the mines in?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was good times.
Now he gets plus 252 damage.
Oh, Daxton! He's gonna go for it. He gets
Nice black
the two
hole.
of them in the black hole. Tier 2000 bringing in the damage. They're trying to burst for Duraccio. They do it. They bring Duraccio down.
Soxa too.
Lonoff makes the jump. He's got the catch as well onto BZM, but the Supernova's done.
Supernova.
It's a huge one from Whitemon. They get the silence from the Lonoff. His BKB on cooldown still from the fact that he had to use it top. It's a turnaround, a big, hard turnaround in the team fight there from Tundra as they kill off the 4 members in CHIMERA, secure themselves the Roshan. I mean, yeah, that Supernova from Whitemon, it went off, and at that point, the fight was just completely ruined. After what was a strong jump from CHIMERA initially, they get Duraccio killed, and they get that movement over towards BZM, but the Supernova stun, it saves him.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the main reasons this like whole fight as to why Phoenix is really good versus Enigma.
Yeah.
Because you press the Supernova as a response to the black hole, and if they ignore the black hole, kill the Supernova, then you waste your black hole. And at the same time, if they ignore the Supernova, get the guys in black hole, then Supernova will pop, it'll stun everyone, then the remaining heroes can kind of take the fight and survive. And you see BZM, he probably should die there without the Supernova.
Oh, 1J. Can they get him out of this? They can't. He's gone. They're running out. They don't have buybacks, in fact. 20 seconds until we'll see TH1000 Lonoff back up. There's more than enough time for Tundra to take the top set of racks.
Probably mid too.
And the middle. And maybe even look to press the tier 4s. We'll see how careful they play it. And with the Aegis on Duraccio, they're probably not going anywhere anytime soon. Onto the tier 4s. Tier 2000 respawns. BKB ready to press again in 5 seconds. Lonoff will have his BKB up when he respawns.
They're just ages now, though, the Alchemist.
And yeah, no black hole, of course, for 70 seconds on Dahak. As 33 just standing there, beating into the tier 4 towers.
Yeah, he doesn't care. Has a Crimson Guard now. Has a pipe, just super tanky on the Darkseer.
I mean, they just know that BZM's going to be ready to save them if anyone makes a jump in. He's got the refresh orb as well, BZM. They get the jump over to Ward 33, trying to kill off the Darkseer. They can't quite finish.
He's alive.
The concoction comes out. Finally, they get him. But TA2001J die for their efforts. Lonoff's gone. It's over. The Ancients exposed. Tundra, they'll be able to close this one up and take the series 2-0.
I think just Duraccio got too many kills. His early lane wasn't the... Like, it was good. It wasn't the best Alchemist early game.